Hi, today we're going to take a look at angle bisectors. So angle bisectors, when you take an angle and you bisect it, something special about the bisector is it cuts that angle into two equal parts. It also says, so two equal parts. It also says that if you were to take a point somewhere on that bisector line and drop a perpendicular line down to one of those legs of that angle, those two little lines would be congruent to each other. They would be the same distance away from the edge. Okay, using that, let's figure out what some angles are. So we know that we have a bisector because my distance is the same. So if the distances are the same, that means my angles have to be the same. So that's also a 39. Let's go back and try and figure out what we're actually looking for. ABD. ABD, what we just kind of put down, 39, cool, we got it. ABC is both of those put together, so 39 plus 39, 78. Add those two things up. Great, moving on. Middle one here, I have a bisector. We know it's a bisector. We have two angles that are equal. If those are equal, that means both these distances have to be equal because we have perpendicular lines to a certain point, point D. If that's 5, that means that's 5. Moving on. So that's just kind of numbers. We don't have to do any work. What about when we actually have X's in here that we have to find? Well, same rules apply. I have a line cutting down the middle of this angle. It happens to give us two small of the same angles, so this is a bisector. Because those are the same, that means these are the same. So that means 3x plus 5 is the same as 6x minus 7. Now we just have to go back to algebra and use our inverse operations and figure out what x is. Let's move 3x. Move the 7. And divide. X equals 4. We could then use that, put it back up here if we wanted to. We could figure out, if we know what x is, that's good. Now, what's the distance? Well, 3 times 4 plus 5, 12 plus 5. We get a distance of 17 for DC. And do we know what the measure of AD is? Absolutely. It's got to be the same thing. It's got to be 17 again, because the angles are the same, our distances are going to be the same. And that's using angle bisectors.